Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? That's watching, pre-recorded. We're live on my TikTok page, and we're on live on YouTube and pre-recorded on YouTube as well. What time is it for me? It is 10:06. So yeah, for people that's watching this recording, yeah, 10:06, and for everybody else that's watching live, yeah, Mary Thomas, welcome to the live. I appreciate you being on the TikTok. And like I said, I do owe you guys that's on TikTok a thing. So I will put it this way because I am going to give away an autograph Bushwhacker Luke photo. So because we did end up reaching to more than 500 likes. So gonna do this for y'all. The thing is the first this is how it's going to be done. So the first person that PMs me on my TikTok page will be the one that will win, the autograph photo. So you can just say anything you want on the, on the PM. Just say whatever. Yeah, the same time for me too. So must be somewhere in the Midwest. So, but then again, I guess you gotta go to sleep. See you later. But anyway, so really not much to talk about. But I guess the only thing we can like talk about is wrestling wise that it seems like TKO really doesn't care about how the fans feel when it comes to like them like raising prices on like tickets and things like that. Um, the sad thing is like as you saw like certain shows is like it's not really selling out because not everybody's going to end up affording those tickets for like WWE events and stuff like that. Um, and the sad thing for people like because AEW only comes in areas some of the areas that that needs like wrestling only once a week. I mean not once a week but once a year. So yeah, that that kind of sucks. And also of course with the like with WWE they only came once this year. Well, out of the ordinary, they normally would come twice. And for them, yeah, it was this past September that they was here, and it really showed. It's like it may be like quarter of people like on the 200 level it was filled, but the rest of it was just like empty. So that's the high prices going on, and plus letting people know like about uh nearly like little under 2 months in advance that we're gonna be here. Like really? So it was like bad publicity for them when it comes to like being here in Milwaukee, and plus they didn't have any meet and greets or anything like that. So it's like what's going on? So it's like it's bad promoting. It seems like some of the big cities they'll do like meet and greets and stuff, but they can't do it. Certain places like here that probably really needs it. Lillian Meekins, welcome to the live. I appreciate it. Um, but it's just sad, that they go to this route, and you know, and plus we're due for a pay per view. If y'all probably seen this, if y'all was in the Milwaukee show, the Raw in this past September, y'all saw that signs that I held like is when are we gonna get a PLE? So part of it, yeah, I do blame WWE, and part of it I do blame like certain venues. Not the Pfizer Forum, but we were due to get maybe the Royal Rumble 2026, but they were supposed to do the winterization around this time, but no, they gotta wait till they're gonna be done with it by the end of no, the beginning of the let's see, 20. I think it's the beginning of the 2027 MLB season. They're gonna be done with it, or at least already be done. And it kind of sucks that setback, all that crap, and Ooh, still cold. Good. Wait, do I get more? Ooh, yeah. Like I said, just showing y'all. I'm still sober. This is non-alcoholic Cooler's beer. It's non-alcoholic. Just showing y'all. Could there be people who be like, "Oh God, he off the wagon again"? No, nope. I'm just being me, and but it's gonna take a while for people like WWE to realize that they don't need to do that. And plus, I know any other time we have our voices heard, and they around WrestleMania season they starting to listen to us. Um, I don't think you're gonna have anybody in TKO at least cracked. At least with the WWE board of directors, they got to do something. And the TKO board of directors, it's like really, you don't care about the people that come in, especially with a family, because it's like it seems like all they're gonna tend to is like the rich and the wealthy. And I don't think that's right. Although certain apps and stuff get like you can have like payment plans to go to like shows and stuff like that. But still, that shouldn't be the point that you like charging this much that won't be able to make the payments on it. So it just kind of sucks. And like what more can you do? Um, I don't know. If y'all had like experience like that, you went to the last like WWE show or something like that. Comment below. Just let me know like how y'all experience was. When it came to like ticket prices going up this year and things like that. So y'all comment below and let me know like y'all experience with ticket prices. Even if you have a family, then you try to get your family to go to, but the tickets was like so high price. Y'all comment on here and let me know. But yeah, it's really, ridiculous. It really is. Um, I might end up doing, the well, since now I know there's a such thing as, you can't fit in the seats. They'll have like a spare like ticket to sit on one of the side seats or something like that. So next time if I end up going like getting a like cheap level seat, I'm going to the other straight to the I know there's like the customer service booth that they have and try to get like a better seat ticket because I am 6'5" and as you can tell I am kind of big and my legs just cannot do those seats anymore. Um, Yeah, probably when I was younger and in my 30s and stuff like that, it could have been fine. But in your 40s and plus, sadly, I got arthritis. It would not work anymore. It's the same thing, with going to like games with Bucks games. It's like as long if I get an in seat, that'll be cool. If not, then I'm probably going to end up, going to, get a ticket to, sitting on those, special seats, whatever like that. So with the visor form, you can still see everything. So that's not the problem. Like I can sit anywhere and be like fine. So that's not the problem. 4069JMH. Welcome to the live. I apologize about responding so late. Um, but yeah, so that's probably what I'm gonna start doing. Probably the same thing if I go to like any other venues in the area, like maybe when I go to Chicago or go to somewhere in the Midwest. Well, then again, the seats I have in that football field at SummerSlam wasn't too bad. So because I never went to the little Caesars Arena, so I can't say like how those seats are yet. But been to the football field of Ford Field, so that's cool. And that's crazy. Only two like football arenas I went to was like, of course, Green Bay and in Detroit. So, oh yeah, let me scratch that. I went to the Chicago one, Soldier Field. That's where I had to not volunteer, but go to work and get paid. So that was that. Reliving art. Welcome to the live. I appreciate you being on here. Um, but y'all know I do the normal shout out. Y'all say hi or whatever, or just say hi on either TikTok or YouTube. I'll give you a shout out, and the wife says hi. Um, but I think there's gonna be like an ongoing problem with No Limit K0. Hey, welcome to the live. I appreciate you being on here. Um, it's just the moral of the story is, if WWE may gonna end up being like how I will say AEW is now. They might have to end up going to like little venues and like there's still gonna be places that sold out because when they go to the big cities, they have money anyway. So although things is like high prices, but they have the money to do it because there's still states in the U.S. that still the starting pay is like minimum wage, and I don't think it's like the governors and stuff like that. It's the Senate and the government, not the governor, but the government that's preventing for certain cities like certain states like here in Wisconsin and I think I don't know if it was Michigan or I think Texas got like a minimum wage that's the same as us and it just stuns me that certain states is like they go for this person but this person is mainly the cause of them not getting the fair pay or increase the minimum wage and stuff like that. It just sucks. And it's like the Senate and House, they just got to do something about that, especially for people that want to spend money on doing stuff that they love instead of they got to focus on rent, bills, utilities, same thing as bills, but you get what I mean. And plus, if they have like a family, they got to focus on that, and like we got dogs here, we got to focus on them and just a whole bunch of stuff. So it sucks. It's like, what more can you do? Um, but like now it's like come to the point in wrestling, like with the WWE and stuff like that. I think since everything's changed with TKO, I don't think anybody knows when they're gonna show up. We probably gonna end up wait till either the Pfizer Forum make an announcement or WWE themselves make an announcement. So they already made announcements for the beginning of the beginning of next year of 2026, and right now Milwaukee is not on that list. So it seems like we probably gonna end up going, spring or summer or something like that. So something crazy. So I guess we gonna be stuck on the verge of being like having the WWE show up once a year, which is so upsetting. It really is. Um. So yeah. The funny thing is like Green Bay get to see WWE twice a year because this coming weekend they have NXT. And then, this past June, they had Monday Night Raw here. Although, we did have Monday Night Raw here too, this past September, but still. I know it's fair, to see, like, at least the state would get, like, get something like 2 or 3 times a year, but that's not fair for the people that, that can't make the trip. I don't know. It's just one of those things, like, they got to do better, and maybe we'll start try to voice our opinions towards TKO and stuff like that. Although it's going to be hard, but because I know they're saying the same thing, boycott, WWE maybe until they change and like after Vince McMahon left, okay, the stories are going to go to a different direction. Like we don't want to see the same, some of the same people always up there and try to push new stars, but it ain't just like Vince McMahon's fault that you keeping these same like big stars and stuff like that like stay there and don't like change. But it's us fans as well. We're at fault because most of us are act like we can't like be patient or anything like that, or wait till the story comes out and just be like, we gotta have this, we gotta have that, we want this, we want that. And the sad thing is, half of the time, business and stuff supposed to go to what the fans want, but half the time, the fans themselves, at times, don't even know what they want. So yeah, you know, a while back, I was part of that, category, like, we want this and we want that, and kind of sucks that, but we still, go watch like WWE. Sherry Daster, Darkster, sorry if I said the last name wrong. Welcome to the live. I appreciate it. Um, but yeah, I don't know, it's just like kind of difficult, and like, cause my New Year's resolution for this year, I was supposed to go travel around, see like wrestling events and stuff like that. The first half of the year, I could not do that, because money wise, financial wise, and stuff. And now, I got this job now, and like, I'm financially happy where I'm at. But at the same time, it's like, you can't, I can't always go to, point A to point B in the summer because, like, I don't know, like, my days aren't going to work. So I started a plan, I started this in September, like, if I'm going to do things on certain days, I'm going to request off, and I do it like, a month in advance. Like, probably like the next couple of weeks, like, I'm going to, like, request, the days I want off for, December. So, I do that just to get it out the way. So, you know what, the manager don't have to worry later. And I know everybody else thinking, like, you know what, no, we're going to do it 2 weeks before. Because that's mainly, the deadline. If you want to request off, it's like put it down like 2 weeks in advance. So, I do it a month. So, I think I just started, that's just a smarter move. Especially, I'm going to have certain days off if I got like point A to point B to do. Especially, I got this Thursday off because, with Maddie's Memory, we're going to be going to, God, March of Dimes, event that's going to happen, this Thursday, and we're volunteering for it. Last year we got there, like, for free because the wife was nominated for an award. Sadly she didn't get it, but, we was thinking they was going to do something like that next year, but, unfortunately, I think they decided not to do that, and you know what? Just be there, like, good food to try out. Meet people that's in the same circle. With the because March of Dimes normally deal with premature babies and stuff like that. So, and they like to have Maddie's Memory around because we although Maddie's Memory deal with pregnancy and infant loss. So it's like they all have one thing in common. This is like try to prevent things like that to happen, or like premature, just mainly have like a healthy baby. That's what's the main goal is going to be for, like, both. So mainly that, and like, next year my New Year's resolution is going to be the same thing. Try to travel to go to like other wrestling venues, like independent, and besides going like here in Wisconsin, because although I was sponsoring a few wrestling feds, and so it's like a tryout, and I was just thinking like, okay, I'm gonna put money where my mouth is. And you know what, it's like you want to see independent wrestling like grow bigger and have like better promoters, especially certain areas like here in Milwaukee. Like, there's a little bit more of wrestling promotion in the city than in the county than it ever has in a long time. So, especially like like maybe like 50% of the promoters and stuff, like, I'm cool with. So it's like always go to their shows and sponsor their shows. So it's great and all, But I'm most likely will continue to do that with like certain promotions, just sponsor like those promotions instead. Because I think I was going to do like spread wide in the state, whatever. But I think right now is not a good idea because yeah, just certain things, something that we'll be talking about, later on in life. But just in general, it's like you want to enjoy your wrestling and stuff like that. And plus, like I said, you got WWE, pulling their crap. Now we probably gonna end up having them, once a year, and you know, jacking up the prices because like I said, not. Let me say this: ever since they came back from COVID, every show they done in WWE from when they opened back up in 2021 and all the way through last year, always sold out, always sold out. And then we got this year with the high prices, and now they only gonna see us. We only gonna see them once. Nope, nope, not even worth it. Price is too high. No, it's just different. So the point is like, if we want things to change, we can't just sit there and like wait for them to decide. Oh no, it ain't gonna happen. Oh dang, the Lions beat the Commanders. Okay. Well, the point is, we gotta voice our opinions and voice like what we think that should be. Oh yes, Maddie's memory. Of course, one of the companies we sponsor. Um, so yeah, check out their website, maddiesmemory.org. Like I talked about earlier, with the March of Dimes thing and Maddie's Memory. So you want to show support to Maddie's Memory, go to the website maddiesmemory.org. They got a QR code. So if you want to like donate to like help with the cause, go right ahead. Um, and yeah, although she's still doing stuff, but this coming month, like I said, December, she's gonna just have her vacation of doing anything Mads married. So that's normally a thing that just like in December we're just gonna kind of like vacation away from like Mads married and try to relax. Um, I said I was going to do that at one point. That's saying like this month I was going to take a week vacation away from like doing this wrestling stuff because there have been points of this year that I've been really really burnt out. Like, because y'all know there's certain shows that I did not do this year and stuff like that because either work or I'm just like emotionally or mentally just drained. That I just can't keep like doing this. And now it's only like just me and Hazel from time to time that does some WFSO stuffs. Um, so yeah, I don't even know what to say about the roommate, and but then again, kind of it is my fault. So what more can you say about roommate helping with WFSO? So we can't say it. After this weekend, I need a break. Yeah, all the stuff you went through this past weekend, I can understand why. So ain't no shame in that. So I might just say like I'm gonna take like a week off. Yo, I'm not gonna do it. Maybe like around the like New Year's Eve period, I probably would take like a few days. But then again, probably like next year, I'm gonna like just dedicate like one week just to like just I'll probably set up some shows and stuff that's pre-recorded. It'll probably be like a week of shows or something like that. So it's probably either gonna be either it's gonna be next year, but it's gonna be either sometime in winter or sometime in spring. So I can set a week long of shows that's probably gonna be like pre-recorded. So that's probably one thing I'm gonna do. And plus, I had plans for next year, like when it comes to like other shows and stuff like that. Almost hostile takeover Maddie's Mary. Oh, we do sponsor Maddie's Mary. Although, I am part of like Maddie's Mary as well. But, you know, mostly the wife's thing and this is mostly like my thing. But I know like we're both, needing the help and stuff like that. So hopefully, all roads lead to Rome. What's in Rome? Like, I know the wife has been there before, but like, what's going on in Rome right now?
Yes, I
As she said, yes, she
have.
have.
It's a saying, all roads lead to Rome.
Oh, it's just a saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I just thought something currently was going on right now that
Just
was
a
important.
saying.
Okay, something I learned. So something new. Um, I didn't think I was gonna go on keeping on this topic. Just talk about wrestling. So I thought it was gonna be like 5-10 minutes or something like that. But I'm just going on because I guess you just get sick of all the businesses and corporations and all that stuff. Like I said, let me get like billions and billions of dollars. Me run WWE. Have the right people take over when it comes to storylines and don't do this quality over quantity and do both. Have both quality and quantity. Not having no PLE that having like 4 or 5 matches and it's like gotta do better than that. It's like you're kind of doing the same treatment with like weekly shows like only 4 to 5 matches like for a 2 hour show and the funny thing is they talking about maybe ending PLEs or something like that or maybe they're thinking okay we're gonna go back to pay-per-view. How you gonna do that and you just got to deal with ESPN? So it's bad enough some people have to pay already. So I don't know what y'all need to change when it comes to WWE PLEs because it's getting charged. But NXT PLEs and like special events like Saturday Night's Main Event like exclusively on Peacock. But how you gonna change something with ESPN? Talk about in like PLEs and you got to deal with them to show your PLEs. So it's kind of astounding how dumb and how idiotic that TKO is. It's like the revenue of UFC has decreased by 9%, and we don't know the like numbers of what's going on with like WWE, but we can like see it through seats and stuff like that. With the increase of price, yeah, it's declining. And I do like own somewhat of a stock of TKO, and I'm thinking I should like buy more stocks. Maybe some of us can finally will have a say like we normally would when it was we owned the WWE stock, but I think TKO although the presidents got stuff and crap to say, but if somebody had the money and actually have, like I said, have the money to buy them out or at least buy TKO and run it properly, I think they'll be in a better situation, not compared to these, business that. Because I know you're in the business to make money, but at the same time, you got to listen to the people at times too. I'm not saying all the time, but you also got to listen to the people. Especially if your audience is supposed to be going towards family and you're not, making like a value like to do like make a family thing. And it's crazy enough you have like these arenas actually like doing, ticket deals and stuff for that and you have like a dumb thing like TKL trying to like raise up the prices when it comes to like seating. So I'm sorry, it's just dumb. It just really is. And you know what? Before I keep on going on, let's just end this. And I'm already upset about the Bucks game that we're about to talk about. How did they have the lead and end up losing it? And I picked up on some of the reasons why they end up losing the fourth quarter. So they had like a 10-point lead, 5 minutes to go to the game, and okay, you can certain plays I understand you can't stop them, but doing some like dumb defensive plays like Giannis did, I don't know what he's trying to do, to reach around, trying to like grab a steal. Every defender in their mama knows not to do stuff like that. Like if you can reach when they try to do the dribble and stuff like that, and you just reach out and stuff like that. Not try when they had like the ball on the other side and you try and go to the other side to try to take it. That's NBA. That's basketball 101 fundamentals. You don't do that. And that move that Giannis did right there costed them the game. And plus, some of the offensive plays. One offensive play that he did, that he could have passed the ball, but he ended up shot getting blocked, and end up going to the other team. So this game, I can actually just say I can blame Giannis. I can only blame a little bit on the coach, because why you didn't put in Kyle Kuzma, kept him in there like you did on Friday, kept him for like the whole fourth quarter, and you didn't do that during this game. Although you had a comfortable lead, but it's like you got a small like lineup. Having Gary Trent Jr. be the small forward, well the three, and plus you have a 6'11" Kevin Durant that's a small forward. You got to put size in there, and that's gonna be the other issue with the Bucks is like, and with their coaching and stuff. Okay, it's a good offensive lineup, y'all in eighth, the top 10 in offense, but defensively, you're in the top 20, like very close to being number 20. And part of me was thinking, like, how can their offense can be that bad? I mean, defense. I'm sorry. Like, how can their defense can be so bad? And you can just look at what they're doing, like here and there. But I guess after watching the fourth quarter of this game, I guess you can see why they're on that part where they are with the with how they rank in defense. So it's like, especially you're in the league, you got 5 minutes left, you in the fourth quarter. Safe to say, you gotta go with a bigger lineup. You can't go with a small lineup and have Gary Trent Jr. or AJ Green trying to hold somebody that's at the three and they're like undersized. It's not gonna work. No wonder that's wrong with you. Down syndrome, Jesus. You ain't even Jesus. So yeah. So yeah, we don't need that crap in here. So there's always somebody on YouTube that's saying some stupid things, and keyboard warriors that like to talk. So what you can do, you can tune them out. So, anyways, we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about the quarter status. Then we're gonna get to like the team stats and stuff like that. You know, Bucks were in the lead first quarter, 30-28. Then you got the second quarter. Milwaukee was up 31 to the lowest that the highest that the Bucks scored 31, and you got the lowest that the Houston has scored in the quarter 22. Then you got the lowest that the Bucks has scored in the third quarter, and you got the second highest that the Rockets has scored. So it was like all of them on second half. Like I said, third quarter 24 Milwaukee, 32 Houston. Then you got the highest that Houston has scored, and plus with Bucks having 30 and Houston 40. So we're gonna go to the team stats. So we can talk about that. After we done with talk about the Bucks, we are just gonna talk about a little bit of comic book movies and TV news. So we're not gonna talk about anything Milwaukee development because there's really ain't that much to talk about. So and then plus I don't want to bore y'all with certain places are gonna have like a restaurant and stuff like that because I think some people don't have that interest in they're interested in food, but it's like, oh my god, another restaurant. And that's probably how some people feel. So, that's why I decided, what, I'm not going to talk about anything like development in Milwaukee tonight. So I'm just going to leave that alone. Anyway, let's go to the team stats. You got Rockets 48 out of 90 from the field, 44 of 79 for the Bucks. Although field goal percentage wise, the Bucks are better than Houston. I said at 56% to 53% from Houston. Um, 3-point shooting was okay. 13 to 29 with Houston 10 to 26, and they still managed to win, which I don't know how, but oh yeah, we already explained how. So I don't know. That's just a saying. But anyways, Mother said that's 39% from three from Houston. Then Milwaukee, you have like 45% from three. So top three teams in 3-point shooting and percentage. So yeah, we at least got that going for us. And it's just the fourth quarter, like some of the shots, they was just wide open and they kind of missed too. So free throw percentage, 16 to 21 by Houston and 14 to 24 from Milwaukee. Attempt more, but they made a little bit less than Houston did. With 58% for free throw. Oh yeah, that's bad. It was like that's one of those problems like we had at one game. I said like with the free throw shooting, like I would make every single player shoot their free throw shots, maybe shoot it 50 times. Cause there's no need for y'all like to miss, that amount of free throws, and especially players that's like a great shooter. I don't want to see majority of y'all missing no free throw shots. Cause it's like it's the most relaxing and steady thing you can do is make free throws. Desert Channel Explorers. Oh wow, watching from Kenya. Hey, welcome to the channel. So I appreciate it, and plus you guys that's watching right now on YouTube, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're when we get to that point, we are going to do giveaways. So and plus, I know you guys are going to like some free stuff. So come on now. Anyways, you have like I said, 76% free throw percentage by Houston. Then you got Milwaukee with 58%. Uh, Rebounding, ooh, that was really, really bad. Cause it was never, yeah, it was always their problem with the Bucks. With offensive rebounds, like they cannot get it. But you think it would, having a little bit of rebound presence, like Ryan Rollins, Miles Turner, and stuff like that, it would have changed. But no. Oh, MLB pitchers indicted. I'm wondering they talk about like some of them like fixing games and stuff. Oh yeah, then good morning to you too. I know you gotta be happy. Get up in this early in the morning, and it's probably nice over there too. Good warm weather compared to here. That's funny. He got up there and tried to say he solidly swear and stuff like that, and he got booed. Oh, he's sworn in the military recruits. Okay, so that's why he was saying that. But God, he got booed. It was just so funny. But anyways, 20 offensive rebounds by Houston compared to Bucks, only 7. 30 defensive rebounds by Houston to 20 rebounds by the Bucks. Horrible. Assists, although they're a little bit better than Houston, but still they can do better. Steals, Bucks were good in steals, but 11 to Houston's 8. Blocks, of course, the Bucks were a little bit better on that, and I think Miles Turner had like 3 blocks alone. So yeah, yeah. Then the rest we don't have to talk about, but the largest lead Houston had was 8. Then the largest lead the Bucks had was 14. So just crazy. Fast break points. The Bucks was better, and it don't show it, but just from the stats here, yeah, a little bit better points in the paint by Houston than the Bucks. And yeah, we just gonna leave it from there. So really sad, really, really, really sad that that they fumbled the fourth quarter and lost this game. So yeah, big fumble. So we're gonna talk about player status. We're gonna start with Kevin Durant. 31 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 11 to 15 from the field, but 2 of 2 from three, and 7 to 9 from the free throw. So that's unlike him to miss at least 2 of them. Jabari Smith Jr., 16 points, 9 rebounds, so near double double, 1 assist, 5 of 15 from the field, and he wasn't that good in shooting either. And 3 of 4 from the free throw, and 3 of 9 from three. Prince Shungun got a double double. 23 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, so near triple double with that. 10 to 15 from the field, only 1 3 attempt and made, and 2 or 3 from the free throw. And Thompson, 14 points, 8 rebounds with 4 offensive rebounds. Oh, same thing with Apron Sumner with 4 offensive rebounds. Um, who's my team? It's kind of obvious that it's the Milwaukee Bucks is my team. So that's my favorite team. But I do have a team that's like top 10 teams. And but I can tell you who's the very last team on the list, and it's none other than the Los Angeles Lakers. I can't stand that organization. I just can't. But anyways, like I said, he had five. Thompson had 5 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, 6 of 13 from the field, 0 of 1 from three, and 2 of 3 from the free throw. So yeah, most of them wasn't really that good, like a 3-point shooting team. Anybody in the bench worth talking? Oh yeah, Steven Adams. Of course, if you get like like getting rebounds from him, like he's getting y'all rebounds, then something you just can't do. No, I'm not streaming on the Boost mobile phone. I don't even have not even affiliated with Boost Mobile. Because otherwise, I know their streaming at times kind of horrible. So yeah, I get that. So no, this is not Boost Mobile. Anyway, Steven Adams, 12 points, 6 rebounds with one, no, 5 offensive rebounds, I should say. 1 assist, 5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw. Reed Shepard, their rookie. Oh yeah, they were missing some players that didn't play, so that's crazy. They went with a 9-man rotation, so that's crazy. And they didn't play Clint Capella that much. So they have like 3 centers and well potentially 4 if you want to add Jeff Green. What I mean. But anyways, Reed Shepard, 16 points. Led the bench. 2 assists, 4 steals, 1 block, 6 of 10 from field, 4 of 6 from three. So yeah, now let's move on to the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo led the team in the game with 37 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and another problem. I don't even know what to say from that comment. I don't even know what to say. Okay, so we ain't gonna be doing no name calling, so we ain't having that in here. Anybody that does name calling, we're not gonna have that. So there we go. Um, Anywho, like I said, he got to do better at passing. Passing the ball when it's the right time. Um, we appreciate it. Maddie's memory is back. Hello. But anyways, you're supposed to be a team leader, and like maybe there are probably a few passes you did, but they end up missing. But you can't. I know you can like get out, triple team, four team, five players like on you and stuff like that. But at least let the other players, get their momentum by passing them, the ball and stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, get a little better with assists. But yeah, one block, 14 of 25 from the field, 0-1 from three. Oh, only attempt one. Ain't that something? But 9 of 14 from the free throw. And yeah, free throw wise, he got to be a little bit better. Kind of another thing, that's costing him the game as well. And the rest of the team, like, they got to get better at free throws too. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Okay, so Miles Turner didn't have some aggression, but didn't have as much as he did on Friday. 13 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals. Oh wow, okay. I still kind of question like how the Bucks are the top 20 like in defense because you got Miles Turner with like 3 steals and 3 blocks. I just really don't get that. But anyways, 6-11 from the field, 1 of 3 from three, and 0-2 from the field. I mean from free throw. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said field. Uh, Gary Trent Jr. 9 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 3 of 6 from the field, 3 of 5 from three. Um, like I said, they gotta change the starting lineup. They really do. Although Bucks are looking good right now. Being 6-4. Jay, just me. Welcome to the live. I appreciate you checking on this channel. Um, but they gotta change the lineup. Either you're gonna have Gary Trent be the shooting guard, or you're gonna have AJ Green in the shooting guard, and you're gonna either call up either Amir Coffey to be that starting three, or Kyle Kuzma be that starting three. And you still didn't play Jericho Sims. What the hell? Anyways, Ryan Rawlin, 19 points, 2 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound, um, 5 assists, so not too bad for him. 1 steal, 7 to 12 from the field, but 3 of 6 from three and 2 of 3 from the free throw. So he's doing his part. Giannis is doing his part, but a couple of errors that he's doing. Anyway, it's at least a little bit of bench participation was going on. Got Bobby Portis with 11 points, but only 1 rebound, 4 assists, 3 steals. Not too bad. Perfect 4-4 from the field, and 1 of 1 from the three. So he only hit 1 3. 2 of 4 from the free throw. So yeah, they gotta get better with free throws, man. Kyle Kuzma, 11 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 block. Seems like he always having like at least 1 block a game. So that's saying something. Okay, yeah, I know I'm past the hourly mark. Oh, excuse me, hiccups. Okay, let's see. 1 assist, 1 block, 4 of 7 from the field, not too bad. 3 of 6 from three. So yeah, he was hitting lights off from three. Um, I guess Barrett, if you're watching, you're probably not, but I guess you haven't said anything in weeks since only when the preseason started, but you haven't said anything ever since. And I think you're probably like gluing your mouth shut because Kyle Kuzma right now is proving you wrong. But anyways, Cole Anthony, another good spark on the bench. So that's the thing. We got the best bench in the NBA, but it's like I don't know what's with the 9 man rotation. And plus, play Jericho Sims. Bobby Portis is not a center. We've been saying this since last 2 years. Bobby Portis is not a center. He's a backup power forward. So do that with him and put him on that point. Oh Lord. Anyways, Cole Anthony 12 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Not too bad from coming out the bench. Oh, he had a block. That's nice. Good field goal shooting from him. 5 of 9 from the field and 1 of 2 from three, and just 1 of 1 from the free throw. And let's see where the Bobby Portis had the highest plus minus out of the team, and the lowest plus minus was Gary Trent Jr. That's crazy. And let me look at Houston for the. Okay, the highest plus minus is shockingly Jabari Smith Jr. and the lowest plus minus is Tyree Easton with minus 12. Otherwise, final score: Houston 122, Milwaukee 115. That ended their their 2 game homestand. And next time they face these guys again will be it'll be a while. Well, maybe the team will change from there. You never know. April 1st, they will be in Houston for that game. And the next game they got is their second back to back of the season will be. Mother say they're going back to Texas and they're facing Dallas. So kind of interesting. Dallas ain't doing too good too. I think Anthony Davis did get injured again. So yeah, and they look like they could be on the verge of fire their GM, the dumb GM that ended up trading Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. So yeah, make sense. And I know the fans are upset with the GM ever since, and I don't blame them. You have a future franchise player, future MVP, and Luka Doncic, and you end up trading him. It's I don't know. I know people are just like, explain that to me. Like, please explain that to me. It just doesn't make any sense. We are gonna look at the games that happened today. Boston beat Orlando. So because I know Orlando beat them, I think was it Friday, then played them again today, and I think they said Jalen Brown is out for the next 2 to 4 weeks. So they managed to do it without him. So that's crazy. Thunder beat Memphis. I think right now they only have like the Thunder only have like 1 loss, and we already know the crazy situation with Memphis that you got certain people thinking that the Bucks should get John Morant. No. If we was horrible at point guard, then maybe, but right now we're good. Like I said, we got Ryan Rollins, we got Cole Anthony, and Kevin Porter Jr. when he comes back earlier next month. So we're good on point guards. We don't need any. We good on guards in general. I think we just need like another better shooting three that can play either forward position. That's probably the only thing that we're missing as a backup small forward, backup power forward. That's what we're missing. Anyways, my second favorite team, Minnesota. They beat Sacramento 144 to 117. That game must have just ended because they didn't like highlight it. So yeah, so that game did end it. The Knicks beat the Nets, so the Battle of New York still goes to the Knicks, 134 to 98. Uh, Detroit, I think they played today or they played yesterday. Oh, but they did show, the Philly with the oh no, it was Friday's game that they showed, them with the Sixers Thursday jerseys with the, from the late '90s, early 2000s. So always like those jerseys. And I don't want to get about the other things, that happened with, with Philly and Milwaukee with the 2001 Eastern Conference Finals. So I'm not going to get into that. But anyways, Detroit won 111-108, and Pacers once again showing, you can't do it without Turner or Hallenberg. 83 to 114, Golden State beat them then. So, like I said, we're not going to look at the stats or the standings until the NBA Cup is concluded. So, but every time if a Bucks like into like a playing like a group player NBA Cup, we will show the NBA Cup standings, and go from there. Okay, so we're gonna end this from there. So we're gonna talk about a little bit. Let's see what's going on with comic book movies and TV news, and and then end it from there. So let's go to Marvel updates first. So probably the only thing that's probably good to tell, with Marvel that Fantastic Four is, the number one, movie on Disney Plus, which is, not a surprise. It was one of the best films that made money out of the three movies that there, came out this year. Kind of sucks, but you know, what more can you do? So this is a schedule for project that's going to be released next year. We already know about Wonder Man that's going to be out in January 27th. It was supposed to be next month, but I guess they decided to push it. So I guess it'll be good to have at least like some content for have like at least three TV series a year, and they stuck on this momentum. Talk about they're gonna do like two movies a year. Kind of dumbfounded in this. Kind of hard to explain. Just put it that way. So I'm not expecting them because putting out like a movie every season. So I can understand you can get stunned on that and get like tiresome, but three TVs shows a year and do three movies a year is not going to kill you. Like I would think I'd rather them do that than like well movie wise it sucks we're going to have to wait until July to see a Marvel Studios movie. So that's just me. It's kind of makes sense, and I'm sorry, but Kevin Feige and Disney and wherever they need to go back to the drawing board because I do like the Disney's idea. They want more content, and I do agree. But you have somebody now that's running the TV side of Marvel Studios, and you got Kevin Feige that's running the movies. So a less workload. So you can still do three TV projects and three movie projects a year. Even if you do like two of them at the same time, and you can be like on both sides of the same studio, just looking from point A to point B. I don't know, just me. And plus, there's rumors that Sony may sell Marvel Studios on Marvel back Spider-Man. Maybe they'll get like a percentages out of it and stuff like that. So yeah, Doctor Doom's face will reportedly not be shown in the trailer. So, well, kind of understandable because you may not even show Doom that much on the trailer. Which they claim the trailer will be released next month, December 19th. Um, yeah, I think I ain't gonna talk about that. Wait. Michael Cagnano said he scrapped and rewrote the score of the Fantastic Four First Steps before the film was released in theaters. Okay. Don't know what score we get. Showdown between Shang-Chi and Gambit was reportedly featured on Avengers Doomsday, so, well, Well, I know people still think about what Sadie Sink is going to play in Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Um, I think they still not even sure because it could be maybe one of the soldiers. They thought she would maybe be partner up with the Punisher's character, John Benterall, the Punisher. They saying that, but right now we don't know. So it's like one of those things. We'll wait until it happens. So it's like we'll believe it till we see it. Just put it that way. That's how I'm like. Timothy Dalton has confirmed that he'll be returning on season 2 of Daredevil Born Again. Well, y'all probably know that he was a swordsman on Hawkeye season 1. And yes, they will, do Hawkeye season 2. They just got to work out, the kinks and stuff like contract negotiations. Trying, lowball Jeremy Renner, which it's like they were saying, okay, we're gonna pay you less, but you're gonna do more of the work. So that makes no sense. So yeah, currently the number one trending film Disney Plus in more than 70 countries, which is good. And y'all probably know about the DC situation with Superman. It was huge in here in the states, but when it came to international, yeah, it was not that great at all. They did not do good numbers. So mainly, the United States kind of end up saving Superman, which like I said, it made a profit and did good in theaters, so can't complain about that. One point I ended up seeing it twice, and same thing with the Fantastic Four. I ended up seeing it twice. So it kind of sucks, like with the Thunderbolts and Captain America: Brave New World. Normally, I would see like the comic book movies twice or more if I'm more interested in it. But just never got the chance at the time. And plus, a little bit of money problems were the problem too. So yeah, this is funny. Avengers Endgame and Spidey and his amazing friends are the two most watched Marvel projects on Disney Plus. So mainly, Spidey and his amazing friends is like going towards kids and still enjoyable. And I've seen some episodes, so can't blame them. Spider-Man is the moneymaker. That's funny because they really are keeping her character a secret. So who knows? Chris Evans probably would play Nomad. Nomad was a little bit more explained to me while I was watching another YouTuber was like kind of like a something. Let's just say he's like a rebel, but on the good side though, kind of like the Punisher, something like that. Like he goes off the grid and end up being still want justice, but but just going not siding with shield or anything like that. But your blurry night 2005 video. Maybe that's where you're watching that. That could be the problem. So, but then again, this camera is actually, a little bit decent than the one I was going to use. Emmy Henstead 6035. Hey, welcome to the live. I appreciate it. Um. Anyways, like, no offense to you, CD 361. Maybe it could be your end with the internet. Although I have a little bit of trouble with the internet I have now, but right now it's doing just fine. It hasn't been like on and off or anything like that. So I don't know. Maybe it could be the weather. You never know, because it is. I don't know if it has it finally snowed yet. No, it hasn't. But it's supposed to be. And plus, here in Milwaukee, it's cold as hell. So yeah, just put it that way. They did show some costumes of Daredevil on Born Again where he was in black, but y'all probably just look at other like I think comicbook.com may have the photos there too. So yeah, Shang-Chi wants to continue playing Shang-Chi in the MCU even after Avengers Doomsday. That's what you like to hear, and that's why you're gonna see. Of course, after Secret Wars, the whole thing with the MCU is gonna be. I wouldn't say like they call it a soft reboot. I'll just say kind of can you say restart or reset? Um, Maybe kind of like a soft reset. I'll say it like that. That you're still gonna get your some characters. Then you're gonna have new characters like cast. You definitely know you're gonna have a new cast of Iron Man and Captain America. I would say don't recast them because you got Captain America and the Falcon. But I think some people was not happy with having the Falcon uh being the Captain America. Like I said, you can't please everybody. And yeah, Blade was supposed to be released today in theaters. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 days ago. Sorry about that. But I saw this and I thought this was kind of funny. This I don't know if it's gonna be a series or just like a one show only. Avengers Strange Tales, made by Lego, is gonna be out next. Well, this coming Friday, I believe. Yeah, this coming Friday. So I will see it. Just for fun and giggles. Cause I always seen like when stuff like make Lego movies and stuff like that. Like with the DC they doing it with, and of course with Marvel, some of the stuff is like actually very funny and entertaining. So yeah, can't complain about that. Lizzie Colin Zayas will reportedly play a character named Kathy in Spider-Man Brand New Day. So, oh, she's like a sidekick. Okay. Avengers: Secret Wars supposed to hit theaters today, but well, y'all can't get upset because it's COVID happened. That's all it was. COVID happened. So yeah, and Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra has been delayed beyond the early 2026 release date. So, they probably got to get stuff out the ground. So, we already talked about, the first, you know, the first trailer for Avengers Doomsday. Okay. So, and of course, the run times with on Wonder Man, of course, is mostly going to be a half an hour. Except for episode 5, it's going to be less than that, like 23 minutes. So, and some people complain about that. Like, so what? Like, at least enjoy, and you get 8 episodes. So please enjoy. Not all shows got to be like an hour. Like with She-Hulk, it was like about 30 to 35 minute episodes. It wasn't like an hour. Like, come on now. Especially with the what if. Why I don't know why anybody has a problem with the what if series, but they love Marvel Zombies. I don't know. It's just I'm sorry, but some people, especially some YouTubers, expect too much, and you just gotta go in there, with an open mind. Like I said, with DC and Marvel movies and stuff like that, people need to go in with, dang, Frankie Jensen, the woman that played Jean Grey, is 61. Oh yeah, because I think she was cast there, and she was like in her late 30s when the first movie was released. So yeah, but still like a good casting. But you're thinking like, dang, okay, because you thinking see, you got I can't think of the guy's name now. The guy that plays Cyclops. I think it was like in his mid late 20s when he like first started in X Men, and I don't know with the age thing, certain casts and stuff like that. It's kind of crazy and insane at the same time. But then again, there's people in life they can like keep up with their youth. So you know what? Can't complain. Um, so yeah, we're gonna stop from there, and we're gonna look at DC before we stop. And I know I went a little bit too long, so let's go to DC updates. See if there's anything interesting. We already know. I think it was like a week or two ago they did wrap filming Clayface. So and we still don't know with Clayface. Is it going to be like a DCU, or it's going to be a DC elsewhere, or it's going to be part of the Matt Reeves Batman? We do not know. And it's going to be hard that we going to know. So oh, who cares? Cause I know people have funny when it comes to like producer to director that they had their significant others either have a cameo or be on movies or TV shows and stuff. So what? I don't care. As long as they're good with the role, I don't care. Calista Imbo, welcome to the live. Welcome. I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second.
I found the movie, by the way.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Called Just Married.
Oh. It's a good thing I'm replacing stuff, that I eat was that's sugar free in case I got a sweet tooth. So, kind of helps with me trying to get my weight loss. So, I know I kind of failed miserably, but oh, come on. That's crazy. I can't even get this open. Catherine Davis 8, welcome to the live. I appreciate it. There we go. Had to do it the crazy way to get it open. Like I said, I'm glad I'm eating like sugar-free stuff and good way to help out. Trying to at least try to lose some weight or try to maintain it at least. Of course, Superman did earn over 100 million in profit, but like I said, it did very well in the States, but like internationally, it did not do any good. I think it probably did make like 100 million, so that's probably where all the profit come from. First trailer of Supergirl expected to debut at the CCXP. That's early next month. Oh yeah, Robert Pattinson. Of course, he likes the Batman role, which is pretty cool. And I thought he did great. And I guess you can see why it takes long to get certain movies done. You thinking like they're gonna do it just like that. But what more can you do? Oh, they still think about doing Dynamic Duel. So if y'all didn't hear about this, the Dynamic Duel thing is gonna be with I believe it's gonna be with some villains. I think it's gonna be. I know Bane is one of them, but I just think that I think it's Deathstroke could be the other villain that could be, or is it Robin and Nightwing? They changed the story so much. I don't even know anymore. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. Dynamic Duel is going to be animated. So they still going to do it, but we don't know if it's going to be like the DC Elsewhere or DCU. We don't know. Um. Oh, another Lego Batman game. Oh, come out next year. Cool. I can't wait. I kind of hope this doesn't happen. For those who's watching the pre-recorded episode, Saudi Arabia's PIF has submitted a $70 billion bid to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery. The only reason I say no to this is because it's like Saudi Arabia just want to buy everything, and it's like I think it seems like it's more the richest country on earth. That's what it seems like. And they're over there saying the United States is the richest country on earth. I don't think we ever been the richest company, the richest country, I should say, on earth. They can never been that way. Because every time you ride around downtown, you already see that, that 38 trillion in debt or something like that. Oh, I'm sorry, but we got like greedy people, like businessmen and especially rich people. We ain't no richest country on earth. We mother say we're the land of the greed. That's sad. I wish I was a millionaire. Some things I'll do in this city, I'll change some things. It just sucks. Mm. And I thought this was funny that Zack Snyder did post this up. Everybody thinking like this the Snyderverse is gonna be renewed, or they're gonna restore the Snyderverse. Cause you got some people that thinking they should bring back the Snyderverse. If they can do that like in DC Elseworld or something like that. But I know they won't because the DCEU was one of the reasons that Warner Brothers is losing money, and they will have to sell their company to whoever the highest bidder. Speaking of which, NBC Universal is now exploring the bid to buy Warner Brothers. So this is gonna be interesting. So if Universal do buy them, they will have the DC, and they will also will own the Incredible Hulk. So interesting. Oh, it'd be funny, you can do like a Hulk and let's just say Hulk and Bane collaboration, Hulk versus Bane or something like that. That'd be that'd be something. Um oh wow. Oh yeah, because they coming out with the Absolute Batman comic book. So I get they got some of the guys that are looking different, and you still got people that want to play like certain characters and stuff like that. Okay, so reportedly set for 2 weeks reshoot. So, and what they was explaining with like reshoot. So I'm gonna say this: maybe sometimes they will have to do like a scene over just to make it like better or something like that, or something got to do with editing. But also, it could be when they mean reshoot, they mean they might have to add some stuff that they couldn't add in the past. Like it was explained, like with of course Avengers Doomsday gonna have some reshoots because they gotta add some people in there. Like Tom Holland, the guy that plays Spider Man, like he ain't gonna have no time, to do Avengers Doomsday. Although they done shooting and Spider Man Brand New Day is still shooting. So Brian Gotti, welcome to live user 657-520-44204. Welcome to the live. Appreciate it. Um. Okay, then I'm liking the Batman 2 script, whatever the name's going to be. So oh, okay. Landers are still slated for an early 2026 release, and kind of funny thing is, like some people are saying that it's going to be moved to it's going to come on after Supergirl, the movie, which we know that will be in late June. So maybe they think it's going to be like in late summer or something like that. It's possible. Um, but yeah, guys, I'm gonna end this right now. Because seems like it's news, but not much news. But anyway, guys, I know I've been going on for like almost an hour and a half, but I appreciate y'all being on here. Tim Cherry 821, welcome to the live, and especially for you guys that's on TikTok. I did promise I am gonna do a giveaway. We're gonna do it right now. I do have an autograph signature of Bushwhacker Luke, a picture. So I am gonna give that away. So The only thing you got to do is be the first one to PM Artrell J on TikTok. So the first one that does that will automatically will win that. So and next time let's get 500 likes so we can do like more giveaways for you guys on TikTok and you guys on YouTube. You know the drill. Like, subscribe. Over 3,000 videos. Got a lot of content. So check it out. Thank our sponsors and thank the other sponsors like that we're sponsoring. Well, places that we sponsor like Mad is Mary. So check out them, madismary.org. Also sponsoring Legacy Pro Wrestling, their show that they're going to have in a couple of weeks, their Black Friday show. So check them out on Facebook, and we do have like a page for them that talk about any updates and stuff like that. So check that out. So anyway, guys, I gotta go. Thank you for watching. Until next video, and you guys have a good one.